So help me out here. Let's get a couple people, maybe 2 or 3, just to share with me what's on at step 1. Because what happens is you might have a couple items on your list, but that other people will be like, oh yeah, that's what I never thought of that, but that's what I want to. They could borrow that. Let's have maybe 2 or 3 people go to the mic and just share. Okay, go ahead. There will be a lot of sharing going on, by the way, throughout the whole day. If you're shy, afraid of public speaking, good. Okay, go to the mic. Let's go to the mic. And when you go to the mic, just introduce yourself. Just say your name. Yeah, go ahead, line up. Yeah. And then just share with me, share with everybody what are some of the lifestyle preferences in your terms of doing business. Go ahead.
Hey, my name is Stephen Leckie.
Hi, Stephen.
How's it going? And one of my top lifestyle things is to always be able to go to India and go meditate at a secret little ashram in the valley.
Very nice.
And always wanted to be able to have the time to do that.
Nice. I love that.
So another one is always play very cool events because I'm a musician.
Yes.
Foremost, and always be able to play very cool, inspiring events where it creates change. It's not just random
entertainment.
Yeah. Third would be part of different industries. Filmmaking, music, inspirational stuff.
Yes.
Just have my foot in different industries.
Yes.
And, like you said,
yes.
Just being able to do different things. Fourth would be health. Keeping my health always good. That's important, which I've come to realize. And then last would be always have important mentors in my life and very inspiring people in my life that I could constantly keep learning. That's very important that I've come to realize. So
round of applause for Stephen. Awesome. Good one. Like the India one.
Hello, my name is Dan Dennison.
Dan?
Yes, and I wanted to...
Hi, Dan. Great name, by the way.
Hello, everyone.
Great name.
I wanted to share one thing.
Yes.
One of my top 5 is I want consistent, fearless experiences so I can consistently be reminded of my own mortality.
Oh, interesting.
Because that's what pushes me to keep bettering myself.
What would be some of those experiences? Give me an example.
Jumping off, what was that tower in Vegas? The Stratosphere, I jumped off that. That was one.
Wow. Skydiving, maybe?
I'd love to do that.
Paragliding?
Would love to do that.
Oh, wow.
Sure, anything and everything. I want to do it all.
What
Rock
doesn't
climbing.
kill you makes you stronger.
Thank you.
Round of applause. Good job. Yes.
Hi guys, my name is Kata.
Kata?
Kata, yes.
Hi, Kata.
Hi guys. So, I would like to work remotely, to be able to, I'm from Romania, so I want to visit my family anytime I want.
Very nice.
And be with my friends and, connect with my people. It's very important for me to work with people and to make a difference. I find that, it's such an amazing opportunity to have conversations with people, such a great way to leverage yourself.
Yes.
We are all on journeys, we all have walking on different journeys, and when we do connect with other people and we are interested to listen what they have to say, we learn so much. So I find powerful conversations, it's a must in my life.
Now pay attention to this, very interesting. So for Dan, it's more adventurous, right? Experience, fearless experience, right? For Kata, it's connection, right? So you think in terms of the business that he would do well in, he probably, if for remotely, he probably wouldn't do so well opening up a restaurant, right? Because you're tied to place.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of maybe computer, right? Something that work from a laptop, kind of laptop lifestyle that would fit, right? But at the same time, you don't want to hide behind the laptop. You want to connect with people.
Yes.
So you got to think. So when he designs his business, these are the things to consider. What else?
I also want to educate myself continuously. I
Nice.
love to go to conferences. I love to go to places where feeds my curiosity.
Nice.
And I have curiosities in many different fields, like from quantum physics to mathematics, but not the mathematics that you learn in school, just have to do it. How does that apply? Why do we do that?
Yes.
Like, how is that tied in with our lives, right? How
Yes.
is that impacting? So useful, transformative learning.
So intellectual stimulation, kind of.
Yeah, more like transformative learning, right?
Interesting, okay.
So not just an information that I don't do anything with it.
Yes.
So it's very, like that.
Interesting.
Health, it's a very
Health.
big piece, like nutrition and, all the great stuff that you can learn about food and about health and exercising and take care of your body inside and out so that's another one. And yeah, be able to travel and take vacations anytime I want, but I like to do that to go to conferences, to go to find out different things that are happening, people are doing or up to around the world. So.
Round of applause. Wonderful. Let's do one more.
Hi guys, my name's Sonali Pereira. Sonali.
Sonali?
Yeah.
Hi, Sonali.
Hi. Love you too. So many friends. So my first one is I want to create global events and projects that serve humanity. So for some of the events that I'm creating right now, so I'm the creator of the Awakened Man event.
Yes.
That just recently passed.
Yes.
And so I want to create events that are not just speaking events, because I feel like there's a lot like that out there, but I want to create events that elicit a positive shift for people on an experiential. So where they can come and they can actually connect with people and experience a form of transformation where they get to get up, engage with each other,
Yep.
and go through a series of exercises. So it's important for me to create things that really serve people when it comes to connection and breaking through their own programs or paradigms to get them to a level where they're living their best life.
Very nice. Very nice.
So.
And what emotions that give you when you can create events like that?
Excitement,
Excitement, yeah.
passion,
Passion,
depth,
depth,
connection,
connection.
authenticity.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Anything else?
Okay, so the second one is I want to be able to work. I work from home right now, so I have the ability where I can work from anywhere, but I want to basically take that to the next level and just work from exotic locations and work from different exotic resorts and be able
How
to.
many like that idea? That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right, and just travel and just like work from Hawaii and Dubai and
Look at the beach.
Right, the beach,
I like it, okay.
and just and I can just manage my crew and all that stuff from there. So
Very
or all
nice.
my different projects.
And you might probably do some events at those locations too.
Absolutely.
Right? Since
Yeah.
you want to be more like a retreat style, right? Transformation event.
Right,
Interesting.
absolutely.
Round of applause.
Yeah, yeah. And third one is I want to have directors and managers that basically manage my team. So for the events, I'm going to be taking them on tour into like, my vision for that is to take into Calgary, Toronto, LA, San Diego, San Francisco.
So you want to be more the visionary, the creator,
Absolutely.
but someone else
and then
managing
have teams
the logistics.
like national directors
Got
and
it.
like
Got it.
that can manage the events in those different areas.
Okay.
So and then I basically just manage them. So like a small elite of them. Fourth one is I want to spend time doing more of the things that I love.
Which is?
So like dancing.
Okay. What type of dancing?
I love salsa dancing.
Okay.
And merengue and samba and what? I need someone to dance with me. Does anyone know salsa?
Salsa?
Anyone?
Salsa?
Anyone?
Salsa?
Anyone?
Salsa?
Come here.
David? Come on.
You want to do a little dance with me?
Come on.
Don't be shy.
Come on.
Don't be shy.
Come on. Come on.
Eso.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Riva.
Let's see.
Can we get like some music?
Yeah. Salsa music? Can we get some salsa music?
The music is in the veins.
In the veins. Oh, show some moves. Just some moves. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. Whoa. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, says who you can't dance in a business seminar?
There you go.
You know? Breaking the
Your
rules.
best life, right?
Love
So-
it, love it.
So that was for, last one is, I always want to invest my time, any extracurricular time, in always learning. Because I feel like there's such an abundance of what we don't know. And you don't know what you don't know until somebody shows you or till an event actually triggers for you to realize
Yep.
that you just don't know. And so because I'm just so aware of that, I want to read books. I want to meet a ton of mentors. I want to study, go to different events. I want to be able to observe and notice what's working and what's not, and apply that to my life, apply that to my events, apply that to everything that I'm doing, tweak it in ways that you're always molding and evolving and growing that into higher and higher levels of consciousness for yourself.
Awesome. Round of applause. Great. Great job. Let's do one more.
I'm Brian Mustard from Winnipeg.
Hi, Brian. Oh, come on. Hi, Brian. That's good.
Well, number one is to get myself out of my comfort zone. As what the other one said, you don't know what you don't know. The power and impact of mentors, shortening that gap and learning. Well, I've been blessed to have a really good mentor, and I've learned in 1 year what I've done in 20 years. So what I'd like to do is take that and provide that to young entrepreneurs in the renewable energy sector.
Very nice.
So that's number one. So, and build that lifestyle business around that, and to really bring entrepreneurs across the goal line to what they want to do. Another one would be building strong family foundation connections. It's not all about work, but it's building that lifestyle around what you're passionate about.
Okay. Round of applause. I love it. Let's do one more. Come on. Great job.
Hi, Dan. My name is David, and David.
Hi, David.
I want to acknowledge this, starting with creating your vision, because I was thinking there. Well, I already achieved that, but how did it happen? You're absolutely right. It was not an accident. I crafted this a few years ago.
Yes.
So my number one is freedom.
Yes. How many have freedom on your list?
Freedom
Very
is
nice.
by far my number one. Freedom to choose when I work, where I go, and all those things.
Yes.
And my number two is choice of clients and associates, which is the same policy you have.
Yes.
No asshole
No assholes.
policy. I use it
It's a
every
good
day,
policy.
every week. It works very well. And I apply it to my friends, to everybody. So I want to deal with people that are positive, uplifting,
To pull you up, not drag
and
you
pull
down.
you up. Yes, totally. My number three is to work or actually to travel a minimum of 4 weeks to 8 weeks
A year, right?
A year.
Okay.
Which we're doing regularly.
Okay.
So the 1 week is in Mexico and nice weather in the
Okay.
winter. The 1 month.
Yes.
And the second month we typically go to Europe or
Nice.
here locally, right?
Very nice, very
so
nice.
last year was the first milestone when we did the full 8 weeks, but it's in the plan. It didn't happen.
Wow.
It just
Wow.
didn't happen on its own. And number four is passive income first. So any venture, any business I touch, it has to have a passive income
Component to it.
component or be totally passive income.
Okay.
Like investing in real estate in the US, which is one of my 2 companies.
Yes.
And then my number 5, and I don't compromise on it, is a 30-hour week maximum or less.
Yes.
And I'm there already.
Okay.
So thank you for the reminder.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Now, we're gonna take a break in just 1 minute. One thing I want to emphasize is your list might change. Your list might change. The list that I have 5 years ago is very different from what I have today. Because back then, I was more about achievement, making as much money as possible, about keeping it for myself, I was more driven by ego, pride. But today, which is a very, very different list. It's a very different list. I went through that process, so your list might change. So what's important for you now, a few years ago, it's not so important anymore. So part of what your job is, you want to stretch yourself and again strive to push that comfort zone and say, you know what, I will live this way, and that's nice, but what's next? Because in life, before we go to break, let me share it quickly with you. In life, we go through what I believe 4 stages. 4 stages. How many? 4. First stage is what I call survival. Survival. Meaning you are trying to survive. You're trying to pay the bills, meet your obligations, pay off debt, survival. And it's the same in business, the same in life. Then you get to the second stage is what I call security. Meaning now you are paying the bills, you are meeting your obligations, you are secure, you are comfortable. Maybe you have a couple kids. You're comfortable. Then you want to go from security to what I call success. When you're at security, you still have a lot of have-tos. A lot of stuff you still have to do to maintain that security. But when you're successful, you have a lot more want-tos and less have-to. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah. And then from success, you want to go to significance. So I operate in my early 20s this way, and then when I got to success, that's nice. You have the things, and I was getting a new car every year. All these things, materialistic shit. Not that they're not nice, they're nice. But then I found out how come I attained success, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I was miserable. Then what's missing? Then I found out there's an extra step, that it's not all about yourself. It's not just me. Then it's about going from success to significance. What's my legacy? And that impacted me, especially a couple years ago when my dad passed away. That hit me hard. It's like, wow, you know what? Yeah, I've got a good life, but I'm only 30-some-odd years old. What's next? I said, I've got a long time. So what's my legacy? What do I want to leave behind? What do I want people to remember me for? Is it just some successful businessman, or do I want something more? Does that make sense? So you go through this stage. Now, the biggest problem with entrepreneurs, some entrepreneurs, they're at survival stage, but they try to do significant stuff. I'll say that again. They're at the survival stage, still trying to pay the bills, but they're trying to say, how can I change the fucking world? How can I save the whale? Well, how about save yourself first? Or, the other hand, with me, I was stuck in here for a long time. As I said, it was more ego-driven. It was more me-driven. And that's not it. That, yeah, you know, you have achievement, but I have no fulfillment. It's until I moved to this point, from success to significance, then I'm like, wow, you could be successful, and you can achieve a lot, and you can be damn happy, and you can have this joy, you have this gratitude. I mean, years ago, I didn't even know the feeling of gratitude. Because it's just a type A, you set a goal. How many have a type A personality? Like, you set a goal, you set the next goal, and then, you know what? Like, this is my goal. Let me give you an example. I was at TEDx, Sandy Park. How many have seen my TEDx talk? Okay. I can tell you that was been on bucket list for 2 years. This is behind the scenes story. Okay, I've applied to speak at different TEDx events 7 times. I got turned down 7 times. 7 fucking times. Okay, but that's my goal. I thought, you know, as a speaker, that would be my dream, to be on TEDx and to inspire people. That would be incredible. After my talk, after I went home, I was so excited. I was telling Jenny, like, this is awesome, I did it! Like, lifetime, like, it's a big goal. It's a big thing for me, right? How long did that last? About a day. Truly, about a day. Next morning, I'm like, what's next? See, that's the problem with sometimes a type A personality. We just like, we set the goal, we achieve it. Okay, great, what's next? And then I have to stop myself and no, let's take some time and just enjoy this and cherish it and kind of give myself a pat in the back and just enjoy this for. And then I visualize again and the impact and the moment and everything. And again, that feelings come back. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, whatever is traveling, it's vacation, it's hobbies, it's the way you work. At the end of the day, what most of us are after are actually certain emotions and feelings. What that means is, when you actually did that thing, let's say when you go do that fearless activity, enjoy it, and you can relive that experience again and again and again. So you don't have to always to try to kill yourself to get the high. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's just knowing that's what we're after as a human being. It's feelings and emotions, which I'm going to touch in the afternoon when we're selling. People buy emotions and feelings. They're not buying products and services, okay? So let's take a 10-minute break, and I'll see you in 10 minutes. A show of hand, how many have read Blue Ocean Strategy? Okay. For those of you who have not read the book, put that on your to-read list, your reading list. Blue Ocean Strategy. Or if you're like me, I prefer Audible. That's okay too. But put that on your reading list. Blue Ocean Strategy. Now the premise of the book, what that book is about, it's about one very simple thing. It's the red ocean strategy versus blue ocean strategy. Meaning, most entrepreneurs, they use the red ocean strategy, meaning they compete in existing market space, they try to beat the competition, they try to make the value cost trade-off, meaning try to discount, be the low service, low price provider, that sort of things. Blue ocean meaning that you create your own category, you create your own marketplace. Okay, and then therefore you make the competition irrelevant, because then people are not comparing you with apples to apples, they're comparing you with apples to oranges. Then you can create and capture new demand. So therefore, you're not playing the comparing the price kind of game. Red ocean versus blue ocean. It is like in martial art terms, let me give you a metaphor. It's like if I go into a boxing match with a champion and he is 200 pounds and I try to beat him on boxing. That's red ocean. Maybe I train harder, maybe I move faster, maybe I avoid getting hit and he's punching the heck out of me. That's red ocean. Blue ocean is I go into the boxing ring and I shoot him with a gun. That's the difference. He's doing his move, it's like bam. Have you seen Indiana Jones? There's a scene. I think it's 1 or 2. I think the second one. Yeah, the guy was doing a nice thing and then just it's exactly like that. Now, that guy playing, swinging the swords, maybe spends years training. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. So it's like I'm not even playing your game. You're playing this game, I'm playing a different game. I don't follow your rules. I create my own rules. I create my own market. And in a moment I'm going to cover, when you do that, it gives you tremendous power in the marketplace. And selling, write this down, it's all about power. Selling, it's all about power. Buyer and seller. Buyer and seller. And what I believe the number one form of self-sabotage for entrepreneurs is doing things incrementally better. Entrepreneurs who sets out to sell like his counterparts and competitions do, but better is forever doomed to competing against the mediocre middle for no more than a fair share of earning what others earn, but a little bit more, and being treated as the others are treated, but a little bit better. How can I do what I do better? Just slightly better. The improvement is always very incremental. Just like what my mentor, Dan3 talks about, we're not talking incremental improvement, I'm talking about a quantum leap. A quantum leap. But first, you gotta make that quantum leap in your thinking first, before we talk about the strategies. Because I could give you strategies, but if you don't make that leap in your thinking, in your mindset, it will not work. Not that the strategies don't work, it's you'll find a way to fuck it up. Because it's a form of self-sabotage. You'll find a way of invalidate the ideas. You'll find a way of, I tried that, it doesn't work. Funny how mind works. So the last thing you ever want to appear to others is another blank. Fill in the blank. Whatever profession that you're in. The last thing you ever want to appear to others is another, give an example. Salesman. Trainer. Financial advisor. Awesome. You go to a business function. Hi, I'm a financial advisor. You see the face? Yeah, it's like, it's like you have some disease or something. Like, ooh, financial advisor. Shit. Almost touch your hand, damn it. Right? What else? Give me another one. A realtor. Yeah, a realtor. Right. Huh? Mortgage broker, yes. Life coach. I love that. It was, okay, the other day, but one time I was at this business function, and the lady came up to me, and then what I do, and said, oh, what do you do? I'm a life coach. I said, you're another one of those. I said, no, I'm totally different. And then she spends like 10 minutes explaining why she is what? Better. I'm not trying to be better. It's like I'm not trying to be, let me give an example. Let me give you a framework. Your business, your products and your services fall into only 3 categories. The first is what I call me too. What is it? Me too. You're a life coach? I'm a life coach. You're a financial advisor? I'm a financial advisor. Okay? That's what most people, they see you as the same. It's a commodity. And then, if you're like a little bit smarter, you'll be like, but I'm better than them. I provide better service. I have more experience. I treat you better. I'm nicer. Whatever, I'm better, me better. So that's one category. But what you want to be, when you're talking about blue ocean, is you want to be me only. I am the only guy or girl that does this. I'm world class at this. I'm the expert at this. That changes the game. Because now you have no competition. The funny thing is this, whatever that you do, whatever service products you're selling, if you think about it, it's not that special. I don't mean like disrespect, I mean it's not that special. There are most of the time other people providing similar products and services. So it's not actually what you do has to be different. What we have to do, and what we're going to do today, is to package it and position it so it perceives to be different. So not that it is actually different, but it's perceived to be different. Does that make sense? So then when you say that I am the only person that does this, oh, that's interesting. Tell me a little bit more. How do you do that? Well, and then you go on. So when they're asking you, then it's good. So first it's what? Me? Is that where you want to be? No. Do you want to just be me better? No. And then you want to be what? Me only. Everyone say me only. Me only. Me only. The last thing you ever want to appeal to others is another blank. Now, so we talk about selling is about power. About what? Power. Now, traditionally, logically, it is the prospect who has the power. Why is that? Because they have money and they have choices. Traditionally speaking. We're going to flip it upside down today. For selling to be easy, price to be irrelevant, more entrepreneurs must take all the power away from the buyer. You must take all the power away from the buyers. So you are the one that's choosing if you want to do business with them or not. And you're dictating the terms and you're dictating the price. You're not bending over backwards. How many of you ever had this experience that you bend over backwards for a client and then at the end it backfires, come back and bite you in the ass? Yeah. They try to go the extra mile. You try to do something special, give them a special deal. At the end, comes you bite you in the ass. So the sale has to be perceived by the buyer as having all the power. Notice, perceive. Perceive. So it's about power. So who has the power? Now, one thing you have to understand is just because they have money, it doesn't give them power. Tell me why is that? Because they have pain and they have a problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking to you in the first place. That's right. You're the problem solver, and then you can help them solve the problem. So you have the money, but you have the big fucking problem. Unless you give me some of your money, your problem stays. When you approach it with that mentality, so you have money, so fucking what? A lot of people with money. Doesn't give you power over me at all. I haven't even made a decision if I want to take you on or not. Meaning, I have the ability to solve your problem, but I don't know if I want to help you yet. I don't know if you fit my client profile. Can you see the difference in mentality? And it's not being cocky or arrogant. It's about being selective. Write this down. You can only be effective by being selective. You can only be effective by being selective. And that's why we have to go through step 2, creating your client, your ideal client profile, who you want to do business with. You have to be very clear. So let's talk about the ladder of wealth. Now, on your poster, you see we'll work on this chunk, then we'll come back to step 2, okay? Ladder of wealth. You see it? Hello? Yeah, ladder of wealth. So, the answer lies into the ladder of wealth. The higher up you are on the ladder, the more power you have, the more you can charge, the more you can dictate your terms. Okay? And there are 4 parts to it. The very bottom part is what I call a generalist. What is it? A generalist. Meaning, give me some example of a generalist. Family doctor, yes, a family doctor, a generalist. Okay? General contractor, yep. General contractor, a generalist, a plumber, a lawn landscaper, carpet cleaner, mortgage broker, financial advisor, a generalist. In our society, do generalists get paid a lot of money? Why? Everybody does it. There are a lot of them to choose from. There's a lot of choices. Most of the time, if businesses or entrepreneurs operate at that level, most of the time, they will get a lot of questions like, how come you charge this much? I know that guy charged less than you do. If you're getting a lot of that in your business right now, it means you're perceived as a what? You're not very special. Not that you're not special. You're not perceived as very special in the marketplace. Okay? We're going to fix that. And then next step, one level up, you have what I call a specialist. A specialist. In a society, who makes more money? A surgeon or a family doctor? Why is that? Because he is a specialist. He is a specialist. So specialist, you make more money. Now, the word specialist means you what? You specialize in something. You specialize in something. That's the issue with when people say I'm a life coach, because it means that you can do what? Does that mean if I have relationship problem, you can help me? Yes, absolutely. I have smoking problem, can you help me? My specialty. But what about weight loss problem? I can absolutely do it. What about financial, like mental blocks? Man, I can do that too. What about like, washing my dishes? Yep, I can do that too. No problem. I charge per hour. That's actually my part-time business. Because I can't make a living as a life coach. So that's what I mean. Generalist, specialist. And then you move up one ladder. It's what I call expert. What is it? Expert. In a society, as an expert, people perceive you as not just a specialist, meaning you don't just specialize in it, but you're damn good at it. You're damn good at it. That you have now some experience. You have some specialized knowledge. Maybe you have a track record. So as a specialist, you're making decent money. An expert, you're making good money. You're making good money. You know that you are perceived as an expert when you're getting calls from people, and when they call you, they're not asking you how much. They're just asking you, you know what, I'm referred by a friend of mine, a trusted source. How do I do business with you? I have this problem. Can you help me out? They're not asking how much. They're not asking how much. So if you're getting that in your business now, you're perceived as an expert. So you know kind of what level you're at the moment.
What's an example of that?
An expert?
Yeah.
Example would be, let's say, actually, give me an example. Who can give me an example?
Copywriting.
Copywriting. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, walk us through how somebody who offers copywriting can go from generalist all the way.
Okay, let's do that. So as a generalist, if I say by the way, how many of you know what copywriting is? Anybody don't know what copywriting is? Okay, good. So copywriting means that as you are a writer, you're writing ads and campaigns to sell. You know those junk mails you get in the mailbox? It's written by a copywriter. Okay, it's written by a copywriter. So as a copywriter, if I hang my sign out there and say, I am a copywriter, I can write for anybody, any business, anytime. I am a generalist, right? Versus, you know what, I am a copywriter just for the financial sector. Then I'm a specialist. So if I hang my sign, you know, I'm a copywriter just for the financial sector. You're in the health sector, can I help you? No, I turn away the business because that's not my specialty. As an expert, maybe I've been doing that for a number of years, and now also I've written for some well-known financial companies, example, and some big corporations, some what I call kingpin clients within that sector. And I've been doing it for a number of years. Or you might even narrow it down and say, you know what, I am the best full-page display ad copywriter for financial sector industry, right? Financial industry. You could do that too. You narrow that down some more. Not just any copywriter, but for full-page ad. You could do that too. The highest level is what I call celebrity authority. Celebrity authority. What's it called? Celebrity authority. When you are a celebrity authority, you get the fame, you get the fortune, and you have the power. Who can give me an example as someone who is a celebrity authority? Oprah. Oprah, yes. Branson, Richard Broad, yeah, Tony Robbins. Donald Trump, yes. Gordon Ramsay. All these people. Now, but you might be thinking, but Dan, like, these are like celebrities. Like I am operating in my own industry, maybe a local business, and I'm not a celebrity and anything like that. First of all, in the afternoon, what we're going to cover is, I'm going to show you how to manufacture your own celebrity. It could be manufactured. You can create it, number one. Second thing is, your goal is not to actually be a real celebrity like Kim Kardashian. Not asking you to make a sex tape, okay? Although you could. Don't send it to me though. No, actually, do send it to me. Actually, do send it to me. I just promise you I won't share on YouTube. Anyway, so I'm not talking about that kind of celebrity. I'm talking about becoming the famous person that nobody's ever heard of. I'm talking about being the celebrity authority in your niche. Just in your niche. Not mainstream celebrity. Although if that's your goal, go for it. But I'm talking about just within your industry. So let's say in financial planning, in real estate, you be the, so it's like the expert, you're like, oh yeah, you're good at what you do. But when you're celebrity authority, you are the person they go to. So when you think of motivational speaking, Tony Robbins comes to mind, right? He owns that space, Tony owns that space. And that's why Tony makes much, much more money than all these other motivational speakers. Do you know that within the NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming where Tony got a lot of training from, within the industry, a lot of people, they hate Tony Robbins. Do you know why they hate him? Because of what? Jealousy. Because they feel like, oh, but Tony, you're not properly trained. You don't have all my credentials and certification and this and that, and so you are not an official NLP guy, and you use all different techniques and things like that. I'm like, dude, the guy impacts millions of people. How many have you impacted? 2. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not the point. But that's why they don't get it. They are focusing on the thing instead of, well, how can I move up in this ascension on this ladder and create, at the minimum, you want to be an expert. Ideally, you want to be a celebrity authority. Celebrity authority, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I think I see a question somewhere. Any questions? Good, okay. So Richard Branson is a good example. Why does Richard Branson get a minimum of $100,000 for an appearance or for a speaking gig? Why? Because he is a celebrity authority. Now you might say, but then because he's a billionaire, of course he gets a minimum of 100K to speak. That's not true, because a lot of billionaires don't get 100K to speak. Just because you have money, it doesn't make you a celebrity authority. On the other hand, if you are a celebrity authority, money finds you. You'll never be out of money. When you're expert, people call you and say, I want to do business with you. When you are a celebrity authority, people are happy to even get to you. You see a distinction? They're happy that they get to you, finally. And they are begging, please take me on. When you have that kind of positioning power, you know what? From their perspective, you are celebrity authority. It's like I'm not celebrity authority to my wife, but in certain market, I'm celebrity authority to my niche, and that's all I need to be. You know, my wife, I'm like a slave. You know? Take out the trash. Okay, I got to share this. Jenny's here. Okay. Anyway, shit. Anyway, so I was talking about Saturday, right? We got home, I just finished my TEDx talk. You gotta understand, right? TEDx, 2,000 people, I'm still at a high, right? Go home, like, yeah, like, in my red suit and whole nine, yeah. So I got changed and this and that. And Jenny's like, seriously, you see the trash? In Chinese, like, take out the trash. I'm a TEDx speaker. Right? Like, hello? Like 2,000 people. I should put that in lifestyle preference. No taking out the damn trash. Damn. But that's what I mean, right? It's that, celebrity authority. You just need to be that for your own niche. Oprah, same thing. Celebrity authority. Now, what business is Oprah in? Lifestyle transformation. What business is she in? Think about it. Really think about it. You might say, well, the TV network business, the magazine business. Say that again. Herself. Oprah is in the Oprah business. Donald Trump is not in the real estate business. He's in the business of being Trump. I learned that lesson a couple years ago, changed my career. I realized I'm not in the internet marketing business, I'm not in the e-commerce business, I'm not in the whatever business. I'm in the Dan3 business. Meaning, the bigger my personal brand, the bigger my business is. You think about it. Think about it. At the highest income level, you don't get paid for what you do, you get paid for who you are. Write this down. At the highest income level, you don't get paid for what you do, you get paid for who you are. As I said, what you do is not that special. It may be a little bit better than everybody else, but it's not that special. Who you are, if you know how to position yourself as a celebrity authority, that's very special. Very special. Jenny, can you help me close the window? Some dude singing outside. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. I don't sing, no. Now, although I do have a karaoke system in my home. Who you are. Now, what does that mean? Tell me. What does that mean? What does that mean? You don't get paid for what you do, but you get paid for who you are. What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
Making your life your message.
Making your life your message? Good. Okay, yes.
Gaining trust with people.
Gaining trust with people. Okay. Be yourself, don't try to be somebody else. Your authentic self, yes. Francis?
People want to have a personal relationship with you.
People want to have a personal relationship with you. Very nice, very nice.
That would be the ultimate blue ocean strategy for your time.
Ah, Sasha, I got it. Because that would be the ultimate blue ocean strategy, and it's very true because there's only one of you in the world. You are unique. When I first have a goal to become a professional speaker, I hired a vocal coach and to want to reduce my accent. And I hired a vocal coach and we practice and go through different sessions. And later on when I found my mentor, he said, don't try to reduce your accent. That's what makes you memorable. That's what makes you unique. You have no accent, you sound like everybody else. Keep the Jackie Chan accent. I said, that's good. So then I always tell the jokes. I say, oh, you know what? You know, my immigrant story, I came from Hong Kong. People say I still speak like Jackie Chan. I always use that joke and people laugh and get people relaxed. And people, yeah, remember that, yeah, that Dan guy sounds like Jackie Chan. It seems so subtle. It's very subtle. But people know Jackie Chan. Immediately, when they see a bunch of speakers, they link me as, oh, Dan Lok, Jackie Chan, Dan Lok, Chan. It makes me more memorable. It makes me more memorable. Think about it. A self-deprecating humor. Yes, Kathy.
I have a question. So I totally agree with all this. But what happens when your business gets so large and because your personal brand is so strong in that particular industry?
Oh, I love the story. I love the question. So what if you build your business based on your personal brand and your business gets so big, now people only want to deal with you, right? Now what? That's an awesome question. I'm going to actually answer that in, I think, in a couple slides. Okay, let me get to that. Good. So the highest paid entrepreneurs in the world spend 80% of their time working on the who and not the what. Write this down. The highest paid entrepreneurs in the world spend 80% of their time working on the who and not the what. Jenny, it feels too dark. More light. Okay. Yes. Okay. Highest entrepreneurs in the world spend 80. Actually.